Hey people, I'm back. It's your coach, Coach K. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about making the best out of your workout. Um, no matter who you are, and by the way, I want to start this off by saying I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm just someone who's done this for quite a few years. And I'm someone who's paid a lot of money for a lot of personal training. And I'm also someone who's very passionate about this and I believe in it. So we can start with that. But I'm going to talk about how to maximize your workouts and not to waste a bunch of time. And everyone's different. Some people are born with natural talents and gifts, and some people aren't. And we're not competing with anyone except ourselves. So that's the first thing to remember. And the second thing is you have to keep it as simple as possible. So, like, if you have a gym nearby your office or where you live, great. If you don't, you know, running is great. Walking is great if your body isn't up for running. And you just need some dumbbells and you need to do push-ups. And if you don't have dumbbells, get some of those bands. The bands are just as good. Those bands with the little handles and you can do all sorts of stuff. And one thing I've learned is when you're doing things real heavy, that's when you run risk of getting hurt. And I've gotten hurt from doing things heavier before I was strong enough to do that. And the thing is, no one really knows. You just feel strong one day and you start doing heavy in the gym, and then, you wake up the next day, you feel a sharp pain, and then, you just some sort of problem. So, like I've noticed over the years, doing moderately heavy, like as heavy as you can tolerate, but doing it for reps and doing it for the burn, chasing pain. Chasing pain is really what works, whether it's running or whether it's whatever cardio you're doing or whatever push-ups, weightlifting. It's not about how much weight you're putting up. It's about the amount of soreness you're getting, the amount you're tearing down your muscles so they can rebuild stronger. That's what it's about. It's about tearing down your muscles so it rebuilds stronger. And then you eat protein, you sleep, and it rebuilds stronger. And it's a beautiful process because it's one of the only things in life where if you do the work and if you do eat a minimal amount of protein, you will get the results. Like there is no, and yeah, I get it. There's people with hormonal problems, and there's people who are like really far overweight and stuff who you're not going to get the results too quickly. But if you're just like slightly overweight, or if you've worked out before and you played sports before and you're just like trying to get back into focusing on your health after like not doing it for a while, challenge yourself with the amount of resistance, but go for being sore and go for reps. And I find body weight exercises, when you push it to the limit, those can be really great. They cost nothing. And you can go to Target or Walmart and get some bands for $15. I can show you mine, maybe in another video. Push-ups. They even have push-up bars. If you like gripping onto something and it kind of works your forearms too, it makes it a little bit harder if you get the where you can push up off the ground. So you can go to Walmart or Target and buy some cheap stuff to work out with. And use your brain a little bit and make sure you're getting your chest, make sure you're getting all the different, not just doing one part, but doing everything. And do reps and the body weight, the body weight squats. Look up Hindu squats. It's a way of doing squats, and you can do cardio without leaving your home. Like, do 100 in a row. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you who do train, and you can put up a lot on the squat rack. And doing Hindu squats is a piece of cake for you. And because I've been doing them for many years, it's kind of easy for me. But I can guarantee you, you can laugh at it all you want, but try doing 100 in good form. It's pretty. It's a good workout. And I like to mix things in. Like, I have an Audible subscription. I always listen to a book, listen to my lectures from my coaching certification course, and then, but you can entertain yourself, and you don't have to just sit in front of the TV. All right, even if your friend is there, your girl's there, or whatever, or your husband's there, or whatever, you can get those bands right in front of the TV. I keep my bands right in front of the TV, all my workout stuff right in front of the TV. So when I feel like watching a Netflix or a show, I'm also moving my ass and building up my strength and stuff. And it's not about going to the gym and driving 20 minutes one way and 20 minutes. I mean, if you can make it convenient, that's one thing. But we're not trying to be bodybuilders and we're not trying to be models here. We're trying to just be healthy. And we're trying to, be healthy and have a decent amount of muscle so we can be strong into our older age. That's what I do. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm only getting stronger every year. And I can do more push-ups every year. And when you do the lighter stuff and the body weight stuff and, you do reps to failure and those type of things, your body will catch up. And you will be able to add more weight and add more reps when your body's ready. But when you're doing things to failure and you're doing it for reps, while still like doing a moderate amount but pushing yourself, you'll realize how much stronger you get. And you can work out the same, like that's the thing. When you're doing lighter weights and body weight stuff, you can hit the same muscle groups every day. You don't have to take as much rest. Hit everything hard. Like for a regular person, overtraining is hard. For most of us, overtraining is not really a possibility. So whatever you're doing, even if you're a 70-year-old walking, hit it hard, people. Like go and do it hard and you'll see like the results. And there's a difference between, the last thing I can tell you is there's a difference between soreness and being injured. Soreness, we're looking for that. When I say we're looking for pain, you are looking for the pain of your muscles tearing down, that physical soreness. Like when you wake up to go to the bathroom after a hard leg day, and it's like you can't walk to the bathroom to take a piss at night. That's what I'm talking about. Is you're looking for that muscle soreness. But I'm not talking about, my ankle's swollen and it feels like that sharp shooting pain in your joints, and you can get muscle tears and tendon tears too. But that sharp shooting pain, that's a sign that you stop. That doesn't mean you have to stop working out. So let's say you get a sharp shooting pain in your foot. Take a couple days off until it feels better. Stretch it out, massage it, stretch it out. Keep on moving it. You got to keep moving whatever's injured, so it keeps its mobility when it's healing. But on this journey, if you're just starting out, you are going to get little tweaks and injuries, and you'll learn. It's a learning curve. You'll learn what's an injury and what's serious and what's just muscle soreness. And you want to be sore almost every day. I mean, when your muscle tears down, okay, this is very simple. Like, it takes a lot of calories, energy, and it takes a lot of energy and calories from your body to rebuild that muscle. So basically, you're just boosting your metabolism. The more you tear down your muscle, the more you're boosting your metabolism. And when your body's recovering, you're burning up calories as well. And then you need to mix up like an appropriate, only you know what's right for you, and experiment with cardio. If you're doing resistance training, if you're doing calisthenics, if you're doing yoga, if you're cardio is a necessary component. I really do believe it. And whether that's doing a couple hundred Hindu squats, that's cardio. Or you can go for a walk, or you can go for a run, whatever's in your capability and what you enjoy doing. I would say at least 30 minutes of cardio with each resistance session, and don't give a shit what other people think. That is the biggest thing, is with everything. But I mean, if you do go to the gym and or whatever, don't worry about how many plates you're putting up on that shit. I'm sure you can actually put a lot, but you want to worry about how you're working that muscle. Like, am I feeling it? Am I feeling the contraction? Am I squeezing the contraction? That's how I judge it. Like, sometimes when I do a heavier dumbbell and I'm doing curls, I feel like I'm less in control, and I'm using my back for the curls, and I'm using different parts of my body for the curls, my shoulders. But when I do a slightly lighter one, but I can really control the movement and squeeze it and kind of hold it in place when I'm contracting and that kind of thing, I can feel that burn in my muscle. I can feel that muscle tearing down. And that's what you want. That's why, you shouldn't really count the reps. I don't remember that, but you shouldn't count the reps until it starts hurting. Until you start feeling that burn, because that's what you're looking for. And however you get there, whether it's with heavier weights or less, but you're looking for the burn. You're not looking to show off. And we're not bodybuilders here. I'm not saying I'm some sort of expert or whatever, but I do get away with eating a whole lot of different stuff and living the kind of lifestyle I want to lead. And I have been able to lose weight and keep it off, and I have fluctuated, and through trial and error, I've learned how to keep weight off. And I don't really fluctuate during the holidays and stuff, so I thought it would be an appropriate time to share with you. But what works for me might not work for you, and just take this as just my what works for me, but you have to experiment what works for you. And make it a habit. If you don't enjoy working out, a lot of people kind of don't initially. A lot of people do, but if you don't, you got to start, and eventually you will get hooked on it, and it becomes a dopamine. It becomes a chemical thing in the brain. They've done many studies that it's very similar to cocaine and ecstasy, is the feeling you get after doing a hard workout. And I'm not going to vouch for that one way or another, but what I'll say to you is get in the habit of working out, and do it as much as you can. Leave the ego out of it. just do it for yourself. Be selfish about it and look for the burn. And don't take rest, people, in between sets. That's the last thing I can leave you with. Don't take rest in between sets too much. Not more than, I mean, if you're an absolute beginner, I can say you can take a minute. You can take 1 minute and catch your breath and take a sip of water and wet your lips. But, I would say take a sip of water, 30 seconds, you're doing another set. If you're doing push-ups, if you're doing weights, that kind of thing. And for the running and stuff, if you're not a runner, and even if you are running, do interval training. That's big into getting the metabolism going and getting your cardio a lot better. Is go hard for 5 minutes and then walk for 5 minutes. Go as hard as you can for 5 minutes and then walk for 5 minutes. And it does wonder for your cardio. It does wonders for fat burning. And that's just a few things that have worked for me. And you can use that technique even with bodyweight squats. Like, do bodyweight squats really fast for like 2 minutes and then do it slower for a minute. Like, or on an exercise bike, same concept. So you can do the interval training, and don't, for the weightlifting and for the push-ups and all that, don't take too much rest. That's one thing that will waste your time if you're screwing around on Facebook and swiping left and right or doing whatever you're doing when you're supposed to be getting that set in and burning yourself. So none of the getting on your phone and stuff. Get a playlist on, and no more than 30 seconds. And if you're a beginner, like I would say 60 seconds in between sets. And that's all I'm going to say. And go and get it and go hard, guys and girls. Go and get it. And, God wants you to be happy. And God's on your team. And you are a child of God. But that doesn't mean you can't get up off your ass. Like, none of this shit will work unless you keep the body is a gift of God. It's a temple of God. Unless you keep that performing well. Not just eating healthy, but unless you keep it, strong. And unless you're doing those things, you're going to fall into gaining weight or being diabetes. I know thin people with diabetes, but I don't need to tell you why it's good to work out, but just do it, folks. All right, I'll be talking to you soon. Have a good night, people.